Brandon Moffmer, he's a name you might remember. He and the Chillicothe Cavaliers took down the Vinton County Vikings Tuesday night 76-60. What's up, Hardwood fans? I'm your online host, Thomas Garverick, and with me, coming out of retirement for the Vikings, is our producer, Tyler Corbit. And Tyler, as I said, Moffmer, who was the MVP of the FAC, he made life hard for the Vikings in this one.
Well, first off, it's always good to be on desk with you, Garv, man. It's a pleasure to be back here. But, I mean, what can I say about Moffmer that has not already been said all Gridiron season long? He is one of the most dynamic, athletic playmakers that any team this coverage will have the unfortunate opportunity of playing against, because he can just beat you in so many ways. Gridiron, he beat you through the air, he beat you on the ground, and now when you hit the hardwood, he can score from deep, he can drive the lanes. And against a team like Vinton County, which is not as athletic as they were last year, they had no chance against a kid like Moffmer.
Right, and I think for the Vikings on the other side, Jake Speakman, he had another good night, 32 points in this one.
I mean, Jake Speakman, his ascension to a leadership role this year has really been something to see. Taking over Tristan Bartow's point guard role, no one knew that Speakman would come and ball out like this. He's had a lot of phenomenal performances. 42 against the Buckeyes of New York, then dropping 32 against a Division I playoff team like Chillicothe, who will definitely make a deep run. It's been fun to see what Speakman can do, and there's definitely no doubts that they're going to need him big time down the stretch, trying to win another TVC title and maybe even another district title.
Right, and you mentioned this team last year, they won the district title. Where does this Viking team stack up to the team from last year?
I mean, two key elements are missing from last year. That's Derek Jones and Tristan Bartow. They had a three-headed monster last year. And this year they've got a bit more of a low-key one with Nevin and Nayland Yates, as well as Jake Speakman. But at the end of the day, a 1,000-point scorer like Tristan Bartow is impossible to replace. And someone like Derek Jones, who was probably had the coolest head I'd probably ever seen, just casually dropping 18 points when he needed to help the team out. It's going to be tough to replace that, and furthermore, the rest of the league has gotten stronger as Vinton County lost two key players. But at the same time, Vinton County plays an unreal out-of-conference schedule. I looked it over, they play 4 different district champions on their out-of-conference schedule. And so at the end of the day, they are one of the most battle-tested teams you're going to see.
Takeaways from tonight's game for the Cavaliers, a nice non-conference win, and for the Vikings, they're going to try and get back on track next time they hit the court. For all of our online content, go ahead and log on to woeb.org/heroes, and while you're at it, go ahead and follow us on Twitter, add us on Snapchat, and like us on Facebook for all things Hardwood. I'm your online host, Thomas Garverick, and Tyler, it was a pleasure being back on desk with you, and we're reminding you to be heroic.